Welcome. We are your hosts, Chris and Tammy.
In this podcast, we dive into the mindset for networking strategies and skills you'll need to build a solid foundation to build a global business.
We've built a multi-million-dollar business and have mentored thousands of people around the globe in the last 25 years. It doesn't matter what you choose to do. It really defines, it really is determined. Your results will always be determined by how you organize yourself as a foundation and then executing. And so what we're going to be covering here is understanding success. I know it seems kind of obvious, but I think it's important to define it. It's important to recognize some of those things. And once you have a plan that's laid out in front of you, you recognize these things. There's some things we can do and change, and there's some things that we can't change. But at the end of the day, what you're focused on expands. So always remember that. So we're going to start with understanding success. So there's definition of success. There's a professional aspect of success and the personal aspect of success. So tell me, would you go ahead and cover the personal?
All right. You really got to design what your personal success looks like. Success is often subjective and varies from person to person. Of course, we all have different desires and dreams. It refers to achieving personal goals, attaining a sense of fulfillment, which is the ultimate goal, right? And leading to the life that we always want, the values that we have in our life. It's all different for every single one of us. We all have unique blueprints. And this is what you got to take the time to design. Most people, they do not take the time in their lives for the most important thing in their life, which is retirement. What does that look like for you? You know, if we're young, we think, oh, we got lots of time. And then you realize it goes really fast. You guys know. And if you didn't take the time to do this and it's never too late, don't ever say it's too late. Ever, ever, ever. There's always time to create where you're in the space of where you are now and you know, in your 2-year and your 5-year, and kind of write that all out. And pursuing hobbies and interests. I mean, every single one of us should do something outside of our work environment, outside of our relationships, just to be grounded and be happy. And of course, achieving personal growth and self improvement, always growing, you guys. That's the key.
So going back to the professional, right? Success involves achieving career. So this is, you know, rank recognition, significant contribution into your profession, and which will define your results. You know, some examples of that is attaining a career milestone. And then it was reaching the pin ranks. We've reached these pin ranks. And then it was reaching the income levels. We've done that. And of course, there's always space for improvement. Don't get me wrong. But the bottom line is that we're constantly evolving. We're constantly changing. We're adapting. Whatever situation is occurring, we don't sit back and complain about who moved my cheese. We turn around, okay, well, let's find another big slice of cheese and let's focus on that one now, because, you know, things are changing. The economy's changing. The environment's changing. So how are you inspiring yourself to effectively adjust to the professions or to the environment that we are in today? So these two aspects of definition of success, what does that mean to you when it comes to your professional life? Which, don't think that that's important. It's not important, because it's really important, because at the end of the day, that's what you look at in the mirror every day. And then your professional life, which will have obviously a strong impact into your personal life. So take the time to go through this. The key attributes of successful individuals, right? What's important, and this is something that is absolutely critical. You've heard Tammy and I say this often in many of our training segments, and I know sometimes it may seem repetitive, but there's a reason why it's repeated. It's clarity and vision. It's very important, right? Is to have what we call SMART goals that are specific, they're measurable, they're achievable, they're relevant, they're time-bound. And of course, things can evolve. But having clarity and vision is important. Where there is no vision, people perish, right? One of our mentors in the past, Stephen K. Scott, used to mention that. Where there's no vision, people perish. Okay, so that's important. Have clarity as to what you desire in life, because if you don't, You'll end up, and I know again, I'm repeating what you've heard before, but you'll end up in someone's dream. You're fulfilling someone else's dream for you to earn an income because you don't really have a dream. You're fulfilling someone else's. So it's important that you're clear on that.
Yeah, because when that's clear, you guys, the second one here that I'm going to share, it's going to be a lot easier to go through this, which is persistence and resilience. That is built, I'm telling you, because we've been through it all. And it's the determination to persevere. And it's not easy. There's days that you just don't have the energy and you just do 2 more steps. That's it. Do 1 step more. And, yeah, sometimes we have to push ourselves a little bit. And then once we've done it, you guys know what I'm talking about. How many times have you didn't want to go to the gym, you did your workout, and you feel like $1 million after? Same thing in business, same thing. When you persevere and you're resilient, overcoming objections and any of these setbacks, you handle it in a different way than most people, which is always in a positive in general. And they have a strong growth mindset and the great attitudes. Those who do this really, really well. These are practice skills.
The other thing that's very important is self-discipline, right? Is to maintain focus, consistency. That is probably one of the most common denominator that I see among folks that are not getting the results they're looking for. They're not focused and not consistent in doing the activities that they started doing with an enormous amount of motivation, but along the way they lost that, right? So it's very important is to also manage your time where you choose to focus. Prioritize the things that is in line with what you desire, what you want to achieve.